What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you had a great weekend. Hope you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, a lot of mess. So basically, somebody vandalized Ava's portrait. Um, Elizabeth was getting on my nerves a little bit because she jumped to the conclusion thinking that Ava did it, talking about, oh, you did it. I wouldn't put it past you. And Lulu at first, Lulu always thought that Nicholas did it, even though she wouldn't have put it past Ava either because Ava has a flair for the dramatics, which is true. But I'm like, Ava went through all this trouble to get y'all to come to, Windermere for this party, to unveil this portrait, like making a big deal about it. Why would she make a big deal about this party if she was going to vandalize her own portrait and make herself look like a fool in front of a room full of people? Why would she have done that? What reason would she have? She had no valid reason to do it. But of course, Elizabeth was thinking that she did it or whatever. I'm not surprised that Liz thought that. Like, I totally understand Elizabeth's concerns, but at the same time, she was on her high horse today. Like, sitting there telling Nicholas, oh, you need to get away from Ava before she take you down with her and destroy you. And you just on your high horse. Like, first of all, Nicholas is no better than Ava. Let's just put that out there. He's no better than her. And his actions the last few years has shown that he's no better. I mean, the man knew Jason was alive and he kept it a secret. He stole Yell Q out from under the Quartermains. Like, come on, faked his own death more than once. You sitting there talking like he's a saint, but he's pulled his own, fair share of shenanigans. So don't sit there and try to put it all off on Ava like she the devil incarnate. Okay, well, Nicholas is no better. And I already knew Nicholas still had feelings for Elizabeth, and I'm sure Elizabeth still got feelings for him because they were definitely in a moment. They looked like they were about to kiss. So he definitely still jonesing for Liz. Ava, this time around, I'm not mad at Lulu for running her mouth because when her and Dustin were talking and stuff and Ava overheard that Nicholas and Spencer were teaming up against her. I'm so sleepy. When she heard that they were teaming up against her to try to, guilt her into giving, Nicholas the money and divorcing him without taking anything, I wasn't mad at Lulu for blabbing this time because I'm glad Ava overheard that. What I was pissed about was nothing's changed for Ava. Ava was this close to just giving up on this marriage and going her way. But she, after hearing what Lulu said, she was further pissed off. Further pissed. So that sent her into overdrive. Because now she's determined more than ever to stay in this marriage now. And make Nicholas's life a living hell. More so, she wants to stay in this marriage because she feels like she's alone. Like she has nobody. Avery does not live with her. Julian is, living his own life. He got his own troubles. And without Kiki, she just feels like she's alone. She's by herself. So she feels like at least, even though it's torture for her to be married to Nicholas in a loveless marriage, she feels like it's better than coming home to nobody. Because at least living with Nicholas and being married to Nicholas, she has somebody to come home to. Not just Nicholas, but she has the staff at Windermere to come home to. She's basically feeling like she's lonely, so that's why she's putting up with this crap. But I'm telling you, man, Ava should not be doing this. Like, I feel like she needs to let this go. And if you're not going to let it go, at least be smarter about your revenge plan, because I was pissed when she confronted Nicholas about it and basically told him, like, oh, I know all your plans. I know what you're up to, what you and Spencer are up to. I said, Ava, no. Like, you don't tell him what you know. Let him think he's winning. That's what you do. Let him think. So basically her and Nicholas just admitted to hating each other, but of course they have lust in their eyes. I mean, if you've watched the two of them together over the last, couple of years on and off before Nicholas came back, well, before he died, supposedly, you would know that the sexual chemistry between them has always been there. They've always had sexual chemistry. And you can see it today. They had nothing but lust in their eyes. And they were definitely, if Ava didn't stop the shenanigans with Nicholas, her and Nicholas definitely would have had sex. Definitely. Because they were damn close to doing it. But, you know, Ava was just like, you know what? I'm going to stay in this marriage. She's going to stay in it. And honestly, it's going to be a train wreck to watch, but it's going to be funny as hell to watch. But it's going to be a mess. I just want to know who's going to cheat first. Her, Nicholas, because they basically said, like, they can't go 5 minutes without sex, basically. They're not going to go that long. Like, eventually, somebody going to have to sleep with somebody because there's no way in hell they both going to stay in some little sexless marriage. Either y'all going to end up having sex with each other or y'all going to find somebody else, because there is no way in the world you plan on being married to somebody for the rest of your life that you supposedly hate and not have no sex nowhere. You ain't about to do it. Ava sitting there talking about, I don't need no man. Ava, stop that lying. Ava, stop that lying, because you know you need a man, so stop lying. Stop the lies today. Stop it. Because you know you need a man and you want one, so stop them lies. She knows she do. So anyway, finally, Carly decided to take my advice and not kick out an enemy and make that money. It's about damn time, Carly. Because when Valentine came up to the bar, she easily wanted to just throw him out. She easily could have thrown him out. But she was like, no, I'm going to enjoy taking your money. Bravo, Carly. Bravissima. Like, I'm very happy for you. Thank you, God. You are finally putting on your business cap and putting the personal shit to the side. It's about time. Make that money. Don't sit there and keep throwing people out because you don't like them. Life is better when you got lots of cheddar, trust me. And you do not want to throw out paying customers. Let's just put it like that. Don't do it. Shoot. As long as that money is green, that's all we care about. Make it. So anyway, of course, Carly was not happy when she found out about Brooklyn selling her ELQ shares and Valentine being the new CEO and Michael being out. She was pissed about that. But Valentine, I think, underestimates Michael, and he definitely judges Michael because Michael grew up with money, grew up around a lot of money. But Carly let him know. She was like, yeah, Michael did grow up around a lot of money, but don't be fooled. He also dealt with a lot of adversity in life too, which he did. So you should never underestimate that. Because just because you grew up with a lot of money, you should not be underestimated about how smart you are. Trust me, Michael is not stupid. He's not, dumb. Like, he can be pretty ruthless when he wants to be. And I think it's wise that Valentine knows that. Like, stop being a fool. Brooklyn was just getting on my nerves today because she kept on with this little pity party. Oh, my dad threw me out, telling Valentine, oh, you better make good on your word because I lost a lot more than just company stock. And she was sitting there telling Dustin, oh, my dad kicked me out. Like, why are you going on with this little pity party? You were kicked out because of your stupidity, because of your foolishness. That's why you were kicked out. But I did agree with Brooklyn, though. Lulu was being a hypocrite because she talking about, oh, you could have gave your family a heads up before you sold your shares. Okay, but Lulu, you could have gave the Quartermains a heads up before you published that article. I mean, let's be real. She could have gave them a heads up before she put that article out there about that merger. But she didn't feel the need to do that, knowing that it could have hurt ELQ, and she still went ahead and put that article out. Like, I do agree with Brooklyn on that. But she needs to stop with that little pity party, though. Like, she needs to start growing up. Like, yes, you're human. You're going to make mistakes. But you consciously knew what selling those shares could possibly do. Like, come on now. You knew the family did not want no outsider owning no voting stock in their company. You knew that. So cut the shit. Like, come on now. You knew it. It ain't no secret. Like, that was totally ridiculous. Like, she knew exactly what she was doing. So, anyway. Moving on from that. Nina and Jax. Nina was definitely... You could see Nina had a lot of regret. She had a lot of doubt about what she did on that courtroom, on the witness stand. Because when Carly kept being so gleeful about Nell losing custody of Wiley and no visitation, you could tell Nina was not too thrilled about her actions. Like, she was starting to second guess what she did in that courtroom. Carly sitting there, oh, I'm so happy, Nell did this and did that. Nina didn't look happy. Nina was looking like, what the hell did I just do? Because she looked like she having regrets. But Jax, his jeweler, ended up, his jeweler is gonna trace where that heart necklace came from, so they might be closer than ever to finding Nina's daughter. Sadly, that may be Nell, unfortunately. But like I said, it do open up a lot of possibilities for future storyline, especially if Nina is Nell's mother. Then that means she's Jonah's grandmother, so that could open up a lot of potential story, which I think would be pretty cool, pretty dope. Valentine, of course, it was funny how Carly was like, oh yeah, I was over there toasting with Jax and Nina. I like how she was rubbing that in though. She was like, yeah, they're definitely a couple. Valentine was looking, he was like, yeah, not for long they won't be. I said, oh, Valentine is still stalking Nina's life. Like, he is still trying to get his boo back. Like, Valentine is not playing. He was like, I'm going to get her back. Like, he's still trying to get that Nina. He's still trying to get her. Valentine, like, you can tell he's smitten. Like, he's totally in love, because any other man would have just moved on and found him some new woman or something. But Valentine said, nah, I'm going to get her. He said, I'm going to get my woman back. I ain't mad at it. So anyway, moving on from that. Anna and Finn are still talking about this damn wedding for the millionth time. Like, they're still playing this dumb wedding. Y'all should have been married about 5 years ago. This engagement has been the longest engagement I've seen on daytime TV. Like, the longest. I'm like, hurry up and get married today. Just go down to the courthouse and just do it. Just say I do, put a ring on, and throw a party later. That's all y'all need to do right about now. So Finn, of course, is still on the fence about inviting his father. So when Chase came in, of course, Anna wanted Chase to kind of butter Finn up and, kind of talk him into inviting him or whatever. I do agree with Anna and Chase that Finn needs to confront his past with his father and his stepmother. I feel like they just need to have a sit down and just hash out everything. Like, talk about everything that happened back then. Because that's the only way they're going to move forward. Finn is just, like, harboring on this. Like, he will not let the past be the past. He won't let it go. I'm like, Finn, let it go. Let it go. Just talk to them about it. I feel like it's deeper than what we know. Like, part of me feel like it's deeper than that. Like, you can't tell me Finn is just upset because his dad got remarried so fast after his mom died. Like, is that really what you're still mad about? Or is it something bigger than that? Because y'all could have easily talked this shit out years ago and just had a conversation. Like, y'all could have easily did that. Easily. Chase is still being a moron. He refuses to tell Willow and Michael the truth about his fake affair with Sasha because he's worried about the judge finding out and reversing his decision or whatever. But if you just go to Willow and Michael and tell them, there's no way it's going to get back to a judge. You ain't got to publicize that y'all faked it, But I think Willow and Michael at this point have a right to know, because you run the risk of losing Willow forever. And of course, while Finn and Chase were talking, Peter sitting over there eavesdropping on their conversation. He works my nerves. Like, seriously, why are you sitting there listening in on their conversation? Like, what are you going to do? Try to use it for blackmail later? Knowing him, I wouldn't put it past him. So, of course, Maxie is still not trying to tell Peter about her pregnancy. She was just going on and on about how busy they're about to be with her new job and Georgie and James, and they're about to be super busy, and that's when Anna interrupted. So when she talked to Anna and stuff, Anna gave her some wise advice. She was like, basically, you're going to disappoint somebody. She said, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to let somebody down. And Anna was telling no lies, because everybody, the problem is with people, they're trying to have it all. And there's nothing wrong with having it all. But you got to understand there's a balance too. You know what I mean? There's a balance to having it all. It ain't going to be easy having it all, because you have to cater to so many people, including you have to cater to yourself, because you got to make sure you're good. You're no good to nobody else if you're not taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? You can't be everything to everybody. You just cannot. You're human. You're a person. Somewhere along the line, something's going to get let down. Somebody's going to get let down. Because at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your marriage. You got to take care of your kids. You got to take care of your business. You got to take care of your household. Something gonna slide at some point, because you can't do all those things at one time. You can't be everywhere at once, and you damn sure can't do everything at once. You're one person and you're human. So something gonna get, pushed to the side at some point. Like you could, it's easier said than done basically. You could sit there and say, oh, I'm gonna be the Superman, I'm gonna be the Superwoman. Cook, clean, do the dishes, do this, cook dinner and take care of the kids and make sure their homework done. Please my spouse and handle my business. You could say you could do all of those things, grocery shop, you could do all those things, but it's not easy. And Maxie needs to understand that. It's not easy. See, at first she was about to get all up in her feelings when Anna told her that you're going to let somebody down. But Anna broke it down to her and let her know, like, you're human at the end of the day. You can't be everything to everybody. You just cannot. It's impossible. It's impossible. You will be exhausted trying to keep up with everything that you got going on in your life and take care of yourself. Because at some point you're going to stop taking care of yourself because you got to take care of everybody else. You can't do that. But I'm wondering why she's reluctant to tell Peter about this new baby. Like, why is she not telling him? Like, I'm surprised she's not. Even though I'm not mad at it. I mean, I would be happy if she don't. I'm just saying. I would be very happy if she don't. Last thing the show needs is another child. I'm just saying. I see, honestly, when it comes to Franco and Elizabeth, I see bad things on the horizon for their marriage. Like, Liz was not happy with Franco because at first they were going to call a truce and they were just going to go home together. But then Franco told me, oh, I got to repair the portrait. Because she realized that he liked the way that the portrait, how it was vandalized. He liked it that way. See, that scares the shit out of Elizabeth. You could tell it scares her because she doesn't want Franco reverting back to his old past. But Franco is realizing that he can't run away from the past. And trust me, he tries to leave the past in the past. But he can't live it down. And he knows he's never going to live it down. So I think a part of him is probably going to try to embrace that past. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's owned it already. He's always admitted to the things that he did in the past. He never really tried to run from it. But he wanted to leave it where it was, which was the past. But he knows now that that's not going to, he's not going to be able to do that. I think Elizabeth is the one running from that past because she just don't want to accept that past. She wants to make it seem like that past never existed. But sweetie, it did exist. Just like your past exists. Like you sitting here faking DNA. You sitting here faking a mental breakdown. You were raped. You were, a lot of things happened to you and you cannot run away from those things. But nobody brings a lot of times nobody brings up her past. She's not the one with her past thrown in her face every 5 minutes like Franco is. Because you got some people in that town that just keep throwing it back at Franco. Oh, you did this. You kidnapped this person. You murdered that person. Hell, even Lulu told us now how she was one of his victims. He's never going to live it down. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody bring up Liz's past, though. They don't sling that shit in her face every day like it gets slinged in Franco. So I could kind of understand where he's coming from. And I'm not even big on Franco, like, as far as a fan. But I can understand where he's coming from. But I think Elizabeth is just, scared that that past is going to come up and it's going to do something to him to make him revert maybe to old ways. I think that's what scares the shit out of her the most. And I can't say that she's wrong for feeling that way, but I could definitely see the tension in their marriage, especially when he said he had to stay and repair that painting. She was just over it at that point. Liz was like, all right, I'm going home. Bye. Like, Liz just wasn't with it at all. So that's pretty much everything in this episode I want to say. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's everything. But hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.